Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, we'll dive into creating a complete CRUD application using Flutter and Hive, powerful local storage solution. I'll show you how to set up Hive, manage data locally, and build a simple, efficient CRUD interface to handle all operations directly on your device. Let's start by looking at the demo, what we are going to learn after completing this video. Here you can see, if you click on this plus icon, it's open the model sheet. If you provide the name here and it's age and click on add button, it will directly reflect on our screen, and you can easily delete any item from here and you can update any item from here as well, just like Hari Gita 46, and if you update it will directly reflect on here. And if you restart the app, it is stored in our local storage, it doesn't affect. And I'll show you by killing this app as well. Here you can see I'll kill the app, all the previous data are is in the same position. By this way you can use the local storage as a Hive, and we have learned the entire process at once. Let's start the complete video. Let's continue the complete video. Here you can see I have just created a main function, and in home section I will call the Hive database Flutter. Inside this I'll just define the stateful widget. First we have required a Hive package. Go to the pop.dev here, and we have required the two packages from here. First Hive and second is Hive Flutter. It is the extension for Hive. We require it. Just add two packages. You can add this package from anywhere. Here you can see I have just add these two packages and ignore the remaining all packages. This is not required for today's video. Just add the Hive and Hive Flutter. Must add the latest version. After you have successfully added these two packages, we have required to initialize it. First, initialize this package. For this, widgets flutter binding.ensure initialize. Make this function async, and we have used await keyword and hive.init flutter. And second is we have again used the await keyword and hive dot open box. We have stored all our data inside this box. Give the name whatever you have wants to do. I'll give the my box, and that's it for initialization part. After you have initialized this in your main.dot file, go where you have going to perform your operation. First I'll define the f bar here. F bar. For a bar, you need to remove this const from here. Inside this a bar, I'll give the title text, and I have give the name Flutter Hive database, and I'll put the background colors.blue and red, and in scaffold I'll put the background color to blue, and I'll make it 50. Let's save and try it. Here you can see a bar color and body color. And next thing we have required is floating action button. We have required the icon. Just add icons dot add. And I'll make the floating action button color to blue and icon color to white. After this, we are going to perform a create operation. First we have defined a Hive box here. Just var and give the name to people box, and here is the Hive dot box, and give the same name that you have provided in your main.dot file. After this, for create operation, we have required a two text field. For that, we have defined the two controller here. Final text editing controller. I'll give the name to name controller equal to text editing controller. You give the name according to your requirement. Sometime I have forget to dispose this controller. I'll remember now. That's why I'll dispose it. Dispose, and I'll dispose this controller is controller.dispose and name controller.dispose. By doing this, after you have add some item, it will be disposed for next items. And now we are going to create a function for add update operation. Here function for add or update void, and I'll give the name add or update. Let's correct the format here, and I'll open the function. What I am going to do is, if there is already a text in text field, then we are going to update. If there is no any text in the text field, then we are going to add. For this, if key, this key is in string, here you can see that we are going to add. If key is not null, there is a something, then we are going to first fetch. If you are going to update something from that already is in the app, first you need to fetch it. Dot get, first we have get the data, and else if there is no any key value in the text field, then we are going to add the item. For update operation, we need to define one function, that is if person, that we have defined it here, is not null. What we are going to do, name controller dot text equal to person. What is this? This is the name. If this is empty, then we'll leave it as empty as well. Same for age controller. Age controller dot text. Age is always a number. Then we have converted as a string. If there is any text in this text field, this comes from where? Name controller that we have defined is this text field. This is from the text field. In the first text field, this is the name, and second text field, this is the age. And another things, inside this add update operation, if you click on there, we have opened the model sheet. Inside this builder, we have passed the context, and we have returned padding first. Here is scroll is true. Allow the bottom sheet to resize when the keyboard is open. Padding is insert dot only. In bottom, I'll make this media query dot of context dot view dot bottom. It will give the padding according to the keyboard position, and in all position I'll give the padding to 15. Left, right, top. Inside this we'll use the column, and in column we have used the mean axis size. By using mean axis size, it takes only the area that widget require. And we have required the text field. We have not focusing on the UI part, just I have decoration, input decoration, and I'll just give the label text to enter the name. Again, we're going to define the controller here. Name controller. I'll just copy this text field for the age, and I'll make this age controller. In age, there is the keyboard type must be the number. By doing this, in keyboard there is only display the number. And last, we have required the button. I'll use the elevated button. Text, I'll change it later. I think we have required some space. For this we have used the size box. I'll give the height to 15, and I'll give the same height in bottom as well. I'll just double it, 30. Inside this on press, first we need to get the name, final name, from where we get from the controller. First we have get the name, and second we have get the age. After you have get the text field data, first we have validate the text field. I'll use the simple validation, name dot is empty or age equal to null, then show the snack bar. scaffold messenger dot of context show snack bar, and inside this I'll define the snack bar, and inside this content I'll just give the please enter valid name and age. After we have get the data and validate this text field, now we have store and update the data. If key, this key means user input equal to null. Until now, if there is no any data in the text field, then we have provide the data and add in our app. For this, final new key date time dot now dot millisecond dot to string. I'll make you clear. It means we have provide the unique ID by using its time. If you provide the time in millisecond and its ID is unique, by doing this, it's make easier during updating and fetching data. Pullbox dot put. We have store the data first, and key, what is the key? New key. We have provide the unique ID and name tends to name and age tends to age. Else, if the key equal to null, if there is no any value, then we'll add the value. If there is already a value in the text field, then we are going to update it. Box.put this is the simple logic. I'll use the if else statement. If in the text field the key equal to null, we are going to add first. If there is already some text in the text field, we are going to update it by using the put. If there is no any value, it's first add it, and again if you have used the put from here, if there is the already text, then update it the recent text. After you have successfully added or update the text, then we have closed this bottom sheet by using the navigator.pop. And in this child, what I am going to do is I'll use the same logic. If key equal to null, then show the add text add. If there is null, show the add, otherwise show the update text. I think you have understand what I am going to say. That first time if user click on this icon button and open the bottom sheet, just show the add text, and if the key value user already put the value and trying to update it, then show the update. And we have done this. Now we are going to display the text that we have added. After this app bar, body, in body we have used the value list enable builder. This is also one widget, and inside this value list enable I'll use the people box that we have defined, people box dot list enable, and inside this builder we need to give the context box and widget. And I will again use some logic. If box dot is empty, if the box is empty, during opening the app, return the text. Which text? Return the text no item added at. And if box is empty, show the no item added at, and if there is the item, then display the items. Return list view builder, context and index. Return, I'll return the padding because we require a padding in all the text. I'll just put it 10. And in this list view builder, item count, the item is come from box.length. Display the all text that you have created. And in this child, I'll use the list style. I'm just going to display the text. Inside this builder, first let's get the key for each item. This is just simple. Final key tends to box dot key it from where? Index, every index, dot to string, display in the string format. And second is final. You can give the name, I'll give the items, tends to box dot get data. After this, we have just print this item, and inside this item we have just print the name. If there is no any name, then we have display it the unknown, and let's save it and let's try it. We have faced the error, type string is not a subtype of a string in type case. Let's see where we have got a mistake. Let's check it inside element. I think we have got one mistake here. This is not a parse, this is the try parse. Let's save it and try. There is some other error, or this is only. I think there is some other error as well. Let's see. Again, string is not a subtype of a string. Let's try where we have key string. Oh, I think this is, I hope after this we have solved the error. Here you can see until now we have not add this to item, but this is display. Why? Because we have used the same box name that I have already used by creating the demo. Let's change it to just a box, and from home as well I'll change it to box, and let's save it and save it from here and restart. Here you can see, I think some mistake clear you. All our data are stored inside this box. If you give the same box name that you have already defined, then this data is also placed in your app. Now, why this is display? No item added. We have defined this here. If box is empty, then show this item. Now, inside this floating action button, let's define the add update function here. Inside this on press, I'm going to define add update function, and let's restart again. And if I try to add some item, here you can see I'll put the name, I'll put my name Naveen, and I'll put my age 23, and I'll just click on add. Here you can see this is added. Let's display the age as well, text, and same function that we have defined here. Age just unknown. Let's save it. Here you can see my name and my age will be display that we have enter here. I'll just wrap with material and give the color to white and give the elevation to 2 and border radius all to 10. Oh, this is border radius, that's circular, not all. And I'll give the padding, just save it. Thus look good. We have not wasted too much time on UI. If you want to learn the UI design, I already created the lots of video on UI design. Now we are going to perform the edit and delete operation. Inside this list style, I'll use the trailing. Inside this trailing, I'll use the row because I have required a 2 icon, children, icon button. Inside this on press, I'll define my function that I have already created. Icon stands to edit, and I have required the 2 icon. That's why I'll just copy this and paste it here. Instead of this edit, I'll change to delete, and I'll change to main axis size to mean. Just take the space that these 2 icon require. Now first I'll provide the update operation in edit section, add update, and I'll pass key tends to key. Let's restart. Let's hope after I have called this function we have successfully edit. Here you can see after you have click on edit icon, by this way you can easily change. Just make it 24 and update it. Here you can see we have successfully updated. The last thing that we have required is the delete operation. For delete operation, now void delete operation, we have required the string, set the string into the key that we have used, and people box the function dot delete operation. Delete the key, delete the same key that we have passed, and delete operation, just pass the key. And let's try to add another item. Hurry and add. I have add another item. After this all, let's try to delete. Here you can see the delete operation is also. We have successfully added the item, we have successfully displayed the item, we have successfully edit the item. And another important feature of local storage is if you have restart, the state is no change, the stored data is already there. If you just close the app and reopen, the same state is there. By this way, you can easily use the Hive database in Flutter as the form of local storage. I'll try my best to teach you. If you have any query, you can easily ask me. And that's it for today's video. Okay, bye bye. We'll meet you again.